Welcome to the Speak Your Truth podcast. This episode is brought to you by the Monetize Your Brand on TikTok workshop. It is happening live April 7th. If you're listening to this later, no worries. You can click the link in the show notes to learn more about it. But here's the deal. I'm going to be breaking down the 5-step process that you need to monetize your brand on TikTok. It's going to be fire. It also will help you monetize anywhere on any social media. But if you have been on the fence about TikTok, if you have been on the sidelines on TikTok, or if you have been growing a following but have not yet monetized it, you need this workshop. It's going to be informative, it's going to be fun, and most of all, you're going to be able to keep the content, go through it later so that you can apply it over time and get some amazing results, grow your reach, share your message, make more sales, and make more impact. So check out the link below, and let's get started with this episode of the Speak Your Truth podcast. Welcome to this Truth Bomb where we're going to be talking about sales. So excited. This is the Speak Your Truth podcast, and I am your host, Jaya Rose. I'm a brand growth coach specializing in storytelling, speaking, and selling your sacred work. So this is right up my alley. I am so excited because I have a real fire under my ass right now to create content around this, because I'm actually creating a module for my Embodied Brand Academy. And every time I do that, I think, you know what? My soul fans, my audience, the people who follow my work need to hear this too. So I'm gifting this little 8-minute truth bomb of the mindset of selling, how to get out of your own way and own it. You ready? Let's do it. My core message around the mindset shift that most people, especially highly sensitive women, empaths, people who tend to feel other people's energy, is that you've got to shift your mind to understand that it is rude not to sell. It's rude. And we think that it's rude to sell. So this is a big stretch, isn't it? How many times have you thought, oh, I don't want to take up space. I don't want to sell to them. Oh, I don't know if they want it. Oh, they might be offended. What are they going to think? Oh my gosh. That's because we're taught not to take up space. We're taught not to ask for our needs. Have you ever actually thought about how you were taught to ask for your needs? What was the core message you learned as a kid in terms of asking for your needs? Now, God bless you, no matter what it was. If you had this childhood where your family was like, oh, the open doorway to all possibility, and all you need to do is just ask bigger, honey, then that's freaking awesome. But most people didn't have that, especially not if you're my age or even 10 years younger or older, because our parents did not understand these things. Our parents were not the product of the digital era and millennials. You know, that's going to be a whole different conversation, but they didn't know what was possible in the same way we know what's possible now. And what we know is that it's okay to ask. How have you gotten anything in your life if you did not ask for it? If you didn't co-create it, if you didn't step up and own that you had that desire? And this is the thing about sales, is that we are conditioned to think that it's wrong to ask for a sale because it's a capitalist society, because maybe you've been told that it's wrong to ask for more money. And the reality is that that is not true, because when good people have money, they do good things with it. So what if actually all of what you've learned about selling and all of what you've learned about asking for money and desiring money is just not true? It's just not true. And what if the truth was that people need what you have, that you have something that can help people? Is that true? Okay. So because that's true, wouldn't it actually be considered a disservice if you didn't go and tell them that you have it? Now, of course, there's boundaries involved here. I don't just go into everybody's inbox and say, hey, I can help you share your story and be more visible and make more sales. I could help a lot more people if that was welcome, but it's not, because relationship and trust is also involved. Because it's not appropriate to give advice when people don't want it. And it's not appropriate to think that you can help someone who doesn't need help or they don't know they need help. So there are boundaries and there are parameters in which it's appropriate to sell. But there are a lot of spaces that I bet you're not stepping fully into. You're not fully owning and saying, yeah, I could have offered that there. Or even when somebody reaches out to you, are you fully standing in the power of what you offer and letting them know clearly how they can buy it from you? Because hey, I'm just going with my own experience, but this took me a lot of years to actually really understand. And it took me a lot of practice, because I practiced playing small. I practiced thinking that I had already asked, or that I don't want to do another Facebook post, or maybe someone's going to think I'm bossy or pushy. I practiced all of that stuff. So it took years of practicing sales is service. Actually, sharing my message, sharing my offer is of highest good for all. And me making more money is of highest good for all, because I'm going to do good things with my money. That took me a lot of years, but I don't want it to take a lot more time for you, because you're listening to this because you clicked play when you saw the title of this. You're ready. You're ready for a quantum leap. And whatever that looks like for you, whether it's your first sale or just a bigger sale, or just being more powerful within asking and sharing what you do, whatever it is, I want you to make a commitment right now that the next TikTok you do, the next Facebook post, the next Instagram story, wherever you're sharing your message, whether you have been doing this or not, you're either going to share something new, or you're just going to set the intention that you're going to do it with more power, and you're going to do it really with more authority to say, hey, I know that this is going to help you. I am not being annoying by posting this. I am annoying if I don't post this. I am not being rude by posting this. I am being rude if I don't post it. That's it. Just a shift. What if that's the shift? What if the next time you're going to do something that is around a sale and you're like, oh, those old feelings come up and that old conditioning, and you're like, oh, I don't want to take up that, and you're just like, what? That's rude. This is rude. This is rude of me. Because it is. And then you can reinforce it with clients and with the opportunities when you're doing your work. So just one more thing I want to tell you here is that I was on a call with a client today, and I was helping her, and she's telling me this breakthrough, and I was like, yeah, see, this is how other people are going to feel about you. What do you think if I would have not put myself out there on TikTok? Because that's where she found me. And I would have not offered her to get on a call with me. And I would have not on the call held the space, held the authority, and known full well I could help her, and made her the offer and told her how much it cost and followed through. Like, what if I had not done those things? She wouldn't be sitting there on that call with me sharing her transformation. She would still be frustrated in the same place or looking for someone else. So it's really clear when you're actually doing your work to see, yeah, the pathway to getting to do this work is through a sale. That's the pathway. So take the obstacles out of that pathway so you can do it with more authority and with more energy, because people need you. They need you to get out of your own way. They need you to talk about what you do. They need you to tell them how much it costs. They need you to stand there and hold the space for them so that they can say yes to you. Period. And boom. Are you going to do it? How are you going to show up differently? Are you going to post for the first time about your offer? Are you going to post for the 100th time, but put more energy into it? Are you going to show up somewhere new in a new way? Let me know. Take a screenshot of this. Come over to Instagram, the Jaya Rose, or TikTok. Let me know in a comment that you listen to this and what you're going to do. I'm going to hold you accountable. Okay? I can't wait. I can't wait to see you shining even more than you already are. Let's get your sacred work out there and in front of the people who need it. And yeah, let's make a sale. Let's make a bunch of them. All right. And if you have not yet signed up for the Monetize Your Brand on TikTok workshop, that is happening next Wednesday. So it's going to be April 7th. Make sure to click the link below to sign up. I'm going to be giving you so many awesome strategies, tools, tips, and tricks to make money on TikTok specifically, how to share your message, how to condense it, how to tie it back into your core message and your offer message. I call these your sales marketing messages, how to use those in really positive ways so that you're helping people know you, love you, trust you. And then all of what we just talked about becomes much easier, right? Because we're like in the mentality of sharing and knowing that it's powerful and that it's rude if we don't. It's all going to come together so beautifully in that workshop. So if you haven't signed up yet, what are you waiting for? Get in there and let's get you selling, sharing, and just being super powerful on TikTok. All right. So much love. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.